Alright folks, this is VSG Bobby and this is my week 21 Post-Op VSG video. And we have Stacy's mom in the background, courtesy of Jamie Lynn. She suggested that I should do this. This is my mom.
Hi everybody.
This is Dinah, and a lot of you have already heard about her because I've talked about her in one of my videos. She does watch some of my videos and some of yours as well.
Yes, I do.
And I figured for this week, I didn't really have much to talk about, so I wanted to bring in a guest, since a lot of you guys have brought in guests, whether it was brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, family, whatever. I would do that because I haven't done that yet. So first, before we get to like a little question answer, I'm just going to do a regular video, starting with my weight stats. So my highest weight was 316, my surgery weight was 297, and my current weight is 210.7. That is a loss since last week of 3.1 pounds, a loss since surgery of 86.3 pounds, and a loss since my highest weight of 105.3 pounds. I had my surgery December 18th with Dr. Aguala at Mather Hospital on Long Island. So, a couple of updates. As you all know, my family has been here for the past 10 days. They just left yesterday. But I was talking a little bit about some bad eating habits and not being able to be as active as I usually am, going to the gym or going for runs. So that's one thing that kind of fell behind this week. But I'm going to get back on track this week. I'm eating a little bit more than I've been eating, and I'm trying to stay away from some of the bad habits, eating late at night, and I've been doing that more recently. But mostly it was, I could blame my cousins for being here. What else? Yeah, so I just need to get back to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in a while, and you guys know I've been looking for other gyms that are closer, that are reasonable. I may or may not be going to the LA Fitness nearby, but we'll see. I think I talked about this, that I lost my fitness tracker, my Withings Pulse. I lost it a couple weeks ago. Well, I wrote to the company, and they actually sent me a new one. And I did order the wristband now, so now I have the fitness tracker on a wristband. So it, you guys know the drill. It tracks all my fitness stuff, and it's also a cool, neat little watch now too. Other updates. I am not going to be doing the color run. I signed up, and I was going to start a team, but no one signed up in time and it sold out. So I had to transfer my ticket to someone else. I won't be doing the color run, so I am in the market to do another 5K. If anyone is interested or anyone knows, I am looking for a new one to do this summer. I'm excited for some of the meetups that we have coming up. I'm supposed to be meeting up with a bunch of people, not this weekend, but next weekend, up in the Boston area, and then VSG Katie, along with a few other people in the area, in June, and a couple other ones that we're in the works of figuring out. So I'm really excited for this summer and spring to see some of the people in the community. That's all the updates I really have for now. So let's get to the little question and answer. So like I said, this is my mom Dinah, and in case you haven't seen my early videos, my mom had weight loss surgery, and I'm just gonna let her explain quickly what you got, when you got it, what was the results of it, and kind of what's happening now.
I had lap band surgery about 6 years ago, maybe 6.5 years ago, and I had lost about 50 pounds, and then I was at like a standstill. I fell off, the wagon a little bit, and then I had I went back in for an adjustment. Anybody that's had lap band, they know what that means. And basically, when they were doing the adjustment, afterwards, I couldn't even swallow my own spit. So something happened during the adjustment that kinked one of the tubes inside, and I had to go in for emergency surgery that day. So they fixed it, and everything, was fine. I was fine. I went home, the next morning. But kind of ever since then, I have really, I don't know, psychologically, I feel like a little messed up from that. So I kind of just really, I wasn't going back for adjustments, and then all of a sudden I was making bad choices, and I just decided that the lap band wasn't working for me. I know that it works for some people, but it just didn't work for me. It didn't have the results that I wanted. And I ended up taking the lap band out last year. And I am now going for the gastric bypass. I'm sure Bobby has told you, there's a lot of family members that have gone through it. My husband in particular, he lost 150 plus pounds. Bobby is doing terrific. My brother-in-law, my brother, my sister, there's just been so many positive outcomes with the bypass and the sleeve that I chose to go that route. So I ended up seeing Dr. Arguala and Dr. Mad, and I'm starting the journey. And that's that.
Very good.
Yeah.
So my mom's now in the pre-op phase, and she's going to start preparing with a pre-op diet.
Right.
Very soon.
Right.
So it's kind of cool because now I'll be able to kind of go maybe get back a little bit more on track with my mom in the house doing some of the stuff that I was doing pre-op as well. Maybe it'll help get the whole house back on track. So yeah, I came up with a few questions. Hold on. I came up with a few questions of my own to ask my mom about her journey, and about my journey as well. And I also just threw out quickly to the community, ask some of the people who make videos to ask some questions if they wanted to. So first I'll start with a couple of the questions that the community asked 5 minutes before we started this video. First, Jamie, does she have it going on like Stacy's mom?
Jamie, really? Of course I do.
So that's why I played that video in the beginning, or that song in the beginning. Of course, she's got it going on more than Stacy's mom. Let's see. Lessa Sarah had asked, she said, I'd like to know how she felt, the fact that she also had weight loss surgery, how that affected how she felt about your decision to have surgery and the surgery you chose. So, first question, I guess, how did the fact that you had weight loss surgery affect how you felt about my decision to have weight loss surgery?
I think that basically, when he approached me that he wanted to have it done, I was very supportive from the beginning. I think that whatever makes you happy in life is what you have to do. And if he felt that he needed to have that, of course I'm a little weary of the band procedure, but he chose to have the sleeve, and I think that it was a great choice. I think he's doing terrific, and he looks amazing. But he looked amazing before to me also.
Mm-hmm. She has to say that.
No, I don't.
So, Will Spano, plus more of Will, it's Lessa Sarah's husband, asks, what does your mom think of your descent into a degenerate lifestyle of hedonism and excessive consumption of alcohol now that you're no longer consuming food as you once did?
Who's this, William?
This is William.
He's very, formal. Can't we call him Bill?
We can call him Bill.
Bill. Listen, this isn't like a recent descent, just so you know.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. Let's see. There was one from Little Aussie Mel. Was your mum concerned about her children being... I can't do an accent from Australia. About her children being overweight even before they were grown up, as in babies or toddlers, purely because of her weight problem? I'm assuming she had a weight problem because she had weight loss surgery.
Right.
So basically the question is, were you concerned about me and my sister being overweight when we were little?
Well, I was concerned. I kept them, they were pretty active. I mean, they played soccer throughout their whole, like elementary and into junior high school. But yes, I was concerned. It's in the family. It's definitely in the genes, and that it was a big concern to me, yes. And I have family in Australia. Little Aussie, I can't see, I'm blind.
Little Aussie Mel. Okay, so those, I just got a few questions from the community, but these are some questions I came up with. So first, kind of already asked this, but what was your first reaction when I mentioned weight loss surgery?
My first reaction, I think I was supportive from the beginning. I don't think it was there was nothing negative about it. I supported you from the get-go. I thought it was a good decision, and I still do.
Okay. Let's see. Another question that was kind of already asked. At what point were you really concerned about my weight?
Sorry.
Rude.
Rude. At what point was I really concerned about your weight? Probably last year. Like from the beginning of last year.
That's when I really put on the most weight, and I got to my highest. Let's see. What has been the worst thing about me getting weight loss surgery?
The worst thing?
Yeah.
I can't think of a worst thing. Honestly, I don't.
Have there been any negatives to me getting weight loss surgery?
Actually, I think quite the opposite.
Well, I was going to get there, but I wanted to see.
Okay. Are you trying to psychoanalyze me as
we're
on video?
Well, do you think there's any negatives that came out of me getting the surgery?
No, as long as Bill isn't right about the alcohol consumption.
All right. So what has been the best thing out of getting the surgery?
I think you're a happier person. That's it. I think you're a happier person.
True.
I know.
Have you noticed any changes since I've gotten surgery? Good or bad?
In what aspect? What kind of changes?
In me. Obviously, we know I've lost 100-something pounds, but...
No, I think, as far as, like I said, I think you're happier. You definitely have a little bit more confidence. And, I think those two things are probably the biggest thing.
Okay. Any negative things that you saw change?
Negative things? Not really. I mean, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Why, do you think that I think of one?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't
know. These are questions that people already asked in other videos.
I don't think there's anything negative to it.
Okay. I'm trying to go through the questions I have about me first, and then I'll ask questions about you. What are your thoughts on the weight loss surgery community on YouTube and Facebook?
Well, I have to tell you, I have been raving about you guys, just so you know. I'm not kidding. Did I tell you this? Every time I go to the doctor, I say it to the nutritionist, and I say, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a big VSG community out there. And, I've been raving about you guys because I think you're a great support system. I really, really do. Okay. I think some of you are a little crazy, but I think you definitely are a great support system.
Okay.
What, are they going to get offended?
No, there's truth to that.
There's definite truth to that.
Okay, so let's see. I think that's all the questions I have about me. Do you have any questions for me?
You? What was the most difficult thing for you in this whole journey so far?
The most difficult thing for me? I think, like, when people started noticing that I was losing weight, people that I didn't really tell about the surgery, they ask, what do you... I know it sounds ridiculous, but they asked, like, oh, how did you do it? And I felt like I was letting them down or, like, kind of copping out when I was telling them, oh, well, I'm eating right, I'm doing, high protein, low carb, and I also got surgery. And I feel like that's hard to tell people because a lot of people are closed-minded about it.
People are closed-minded about it. You have to ignore those people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Not right now.
All right.
Maybe in the future.
Okay, now I just have a few questions about you and your journey. How did it feel being the first in our family to try weight loss surgery?
I don't know. Like, I think I was a little scared in the beginning, but I did it with 2 other friends the same day. And so, but as far as the family goes, I feel like maybe I started something that would be good, because I know my brother was really not well and he needed to do something too. So I think that maybe just kind of kicked it off, and now he looks great, and but I don't really have any definitive answers for you with that.
Okay, Dada. So you feel like you were kind of an encouragement to other people in the family to get it that needed it.
Yeah.
I agree. What are you most excited about with your new journey?
What I'm most excited about? Probably just in general feeling better. I'm having the big 50 birthday this year, and I really just want to feel better. I have a 2.5-year-old grandson, and I want to be able to run in the backyard with him and, play soccer and not feel, winded. And I just want to feel better. I was very, active. I'm still active. I don't let it hold me back, but I definitely want to just feel better. That's what I'm most excited about, feeling better.
And my mom also mentioned that, you guys know I went whitewater rafting this past weekend, which was a blast. And she said she wants to do it.
Doing that.
So,
definitely
but
doing
it's
that.
not something she would do now, but she's going to do when.
No, because if I plop out of that boat, I'll never be able to get myself back up in there.
Right. Okay. So those are things you're most excited about. What are your fears?
My fears? Like probably any other fear, like, oh God, what if something goes wrong with the surgery? And how I'm gonna be afterwards. My biggest problem is that I have a terrible sweet tooth, and I definitely know that can't happen. And so I'm just, like how I'm going to react to that. It's almost like a drug addict. You're a sugar addict. So, I think, my biggest fear is obviously, dying during surgery. That's probably one of them. My mother died when she was 50. So I've always had that fear. And that's it, really.
Okay. That's really all I have. Do you have any questions for me about yours?
No, this was quite enough for me today.
All right. Well, I want to thank you, Dinah Hamilton, for coming
you.
on YouTube and
Listen.
joining my video.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching, and as always, keep on keeping on. Deuces.